All right, so you probably saw the headlines about Tesla's Cyber Rodeo. Lots of fireworks, drone shows, the whole deal. But today, we're going to peel back the layers and look past all that. We're going to figure out what the opening of Giga Texas really means for the future of, well, how we build things.
So Elon Musk gets on stage and, of course, kicks things off with this huge claim. But what was really going on behind this massive invite-only party for 15,000 people down in Austin, Texas? Was it just a party?
Okay, here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll start with the party itself, set the scene, but then we get to the good stuff, the core philosophy behind the factory, the totally new manufacturing techniques, all the new products they promised, and finally, the massive, almost crazy ambition that's driving this entire thing.
First up, let's talk about the party. Because let me tell you, this was not your standard corporate ribbon cutting. No, this was a full-on spectacle.
The whole atmosphere was just pure theater. I mean, Musk rolls in like some kind of rock star. This wasn't about celebrating a new building, it was about signaling a revolution. The entire event was designed to make a huge statement from the very beginning.
But here's the thing. Beyond all the lights and drones, the real star of the show wasn't a person, and it wasn't even a car. It was the factory itself, and the wild new idea that's driving the whole thing.
And this right here, this is the key to understanding Giga Texas. See, in Musk's mind, building a cool prototype is, well, it's the easy part. The real challenge, the real genius, is building the machine that builds the machine. Tesla isn't just in the business of selling cars anymore. The factory itself has become the main product. And you can really see the difference here. The old way of making cars is this messy, complicated web of different suppliers and factories. Musk thinks about it completely differently, like a giant computer chip. It's one integrated system. Raw materials go in one end, and a finished car just comes out the other. It's all about taking a process that's 100 years old and making it radically simple.
So what does that actually look like? What makes it so revolutionary? Well, it really boils down to a few brilliant innovations that totally rethink how a car is even put together.
Here's the new process in a nutshell. Instead of welding hundreds of tiny metal parts, giant machines, gigapresses, stamp out the entire front and rear sections of the car in one shot. Then, the battery isn't just something you drop in for power, it becomes the structural floor of the car, connecting those two giant pieces. This changes everything.
And the results of doing it this way are huge. Fewer parts mean fewer robots, which means less factory space and way faster production. All of that makes the car cheaper to build, plus a single massive piece of cast metal is stronger and lighter than a patchwork of welded bits, which means the car is safer and more efficient. It's a win-win-win.
And the goal for this brand new process? It's just staggering. They want to produce 500,000 Model Ys every single year, from this one factory. To put that in perspective, that would make Giga Texas the single highest volume car factory in all of America. Okay, so once you've built this incredible engine for making cars, what's next? Well, Musk immediately turned to the future, and he promised a massive wave of brand new products is on its way. And then he just dropped this bombshell. I mean, look at this roadmap for 2023. Not just the Cybertruck, but the Semi, the new Roadster, and the first version of the Optimus humanoid robot. It's an almost unbelievably ambitious plan for 1 year.
Which of course brings up the big question everybody was thinking, right? Musk is famous for these incredibly bold predictions, but he's also famous for what a lot of people now call Elon time.
And yeah, immediately, the skepticism kicked in. Journalists, analysts, even his biggest fans had pretty much the same reaction. Take that 2023 timeline with a huge grain of salt, especially for something like the Roadster, which has already been delayed for years.
But, setting the timeline questions aside, we did get some really exciting new details. They showed off a refined Cybertruck that has no door handles at all, and for the very first time, Musk actually mentioned a brand new vehicle, a dedicated robotaxi that he said will look quite futuristic.
All of this, the party, the new factory, the product promises, it all leads to one final, and honestly, the most important piece of the puzzle. Why this obsession with production? It's all about one thing, achieving massive, unprecedented scale.
Okay, just look at this chart for a second. This is what it's all about. For all the noise and all the hype, Tesla right now is only about 1% of the global car market. The goal isn't just to be a successful company. The goal is to capture 20% of the entire industry. That is a monumental leap.
And this right here is the why behind all of it. If Tesla's mission is really about changing the world's energy consumption, they can't be a small niche player. They have to operate at a scale that no car company has ever even dreamed of before.
So in the end, you see, the Cyber Rodeo wasn't really a party celebrating a new building. It was a declaration of war on the old way of doing things. It was a statement of intent to completely remake the manufacturing and energy landscape as we know it.
Tesla has laid out this incredible blueprint for the future of manufacturing. They've built the machine. Now, the entire world is watching to see if that machine can actually deliver on such a historic promise.